Hello and welcome to our no return beginner and advanced guide talking about this brand new game mode. It's a roguelike for The Last of Us 2 Remastered. Is the PlayStation 5 version that just came out. So let's get into it right now. Something good for everybody who's a beginner or even some advanced players, okay? We're going to start off with the basics and then we'll continue to add things in between and give you guys everything you need as we go forward. This is your home base when you start up the game. You can upgrade your items here. We're not going to go too deep into this. I would have to kind of explain each weapon. But what I like to do is get my capacity up as much as possible. That's the main thing, all right? So having more bullets so you won't have to reload and you'll survive during the fights is critical in my opinion. And that's something that a lot of players use. This right here is your store, which we'll get into right after this mission. And then this is where you get your supplies after you get the reward. But we're going to go into here, talk about the game mode before we get started to show you what more or less to expect, okay? Each of these game modes, each of these missions, encounters have a specific game mode within it, okay? Hunted means you have a timer where they're going to keep coming after you and you have to survive, okay? Then you have assault, which is basically just waves of enemies coming for you, about three waves usually. And apologies for that. That's going to be how that works. And you have other modes as well. We're not going to go too heavily into it. But what I wanted to talk about is the rewards in here. You get resources, you get supply, and currency. And you can use all that, whether it's to upgrade your weapon, whether it's to upgrade your skills, or purchase new things. Okay. Then there's a modifier. This one says increased enemy health. All right. We don't want that, but we're going to go in there with this mission. And talking about that, we'll just get into it very shortly. You have challenges. All right. This is how you basically play the game. You want to unlock each character. You're only going to get Abby and Ellie to start. If you pick Ellie, you can start unlocking the characters related to her, which would be Ellie first, and then you're going to get Dina after you play a couple missions, and then Jess, Tommy, and then Joel. Okay. And each of them will be explained about what you need to do, which is play two missions with Ellie, play two missions with Tommy, and things like that. It's very simple and basic. It's not too complicated with them. Completing the encounters are not so difficult either. Now, talking about encounters, we're going to go right into one and break some things down as we go. This is a simple one where we just want to survive and take out the waves, okay? Nothing too crazy, but I want you to pay attention to a couple of things as we go. Right when the timer starts, I'm looking at the modifier in the bottom right. It says increase enemy health. Then I'm looking at the top to see what the challenge is. It says kill enemies with 3 different weapons. I actually don't have 3 different weapons. Well, I can get 3 different weapons. But the first thing you want to do when you get in here is just run around and pick up everything you can. So for example, I'm just going to run around grabbing all I could from the table as I go. They're going to be coming out in just a second and they'll be chasing me down. Hopefully I can survive. Okay. Now there is a deposit box upstairs, which I'll talk about in a minute to showcase all that stuff. And I want to showcase it now, but I got to be careful because these guys are all coming after me, guys. I might get killed. I'm trying to show you this video. This is live footage. Let me get up out of here. I'm trying to go upstairs for a second, but it doesn't look like they're going to let me. Oh, I went the wrong way. So right now, what I want to show you guys is the deposit because it's so critical, very useful tool, and extra helpful in this game. So you can find it by putting your listening on, and it's going to ask you for a specific item. So for example, this one is asking for a Molotov. I threw it in there. Now I'm going to get a reward when I get back to the base. I'm going to back out of here because I don't have any heals, any healths. I'm going to go ahead and make one, survive, and then beat this real quickly and actually start playing a little bit. But so, oh, take it easy, lady. She's not giving me no breaks. Okay. Okay, I see you. Encounter complete. That was a simple just survival, and I survived. But it wasn't the greatest, right? Could have done better. I did not finish the challenge, which was asking me to kill them with 3 weapons. I didn't kill anybody. I just wanted to show you the deposit because I want to bring it into the actual mission. And this is important here because the higher score you get, it's better for you overall. You can see I'm unlocking Dina right now. Did one mission. I need to do another one, and I can unlock Dina. And then I can play Dina to unlock Tommy and continue that way till we get to the final guy. We unlock not Tommy, Jesse, and then Tommy, and then Joe. All right, so a little bit speedy there, but check this out. For putting that deposit in that they requested, whatever item it was, which I'm going to show you right here so you can understand it just from in the game. It's called dead drops, okay? They will randomly appear in your encounters, and it's you deposit whatever required item they have, and they'll give you an extra weapon or a recipe. I ended up getting, guess what? The submachine gun. Very cool weapon. I honestly don't like it that much because, yeah, I would prefer a shotgun, of course. But anyways, so back to this. This is how you get your reward after you finish your mission. Okay. Now, these are everything I got out of that. Great. Now that I got my reward, and the reason I'm taking you through the steps and I try to make it as quick as possible was a little bit messy there, guys. But now I can go to the upgrades, okay? Because they gave me resources to be able to craft something and do something good. What will I upgrade if I was playing this officially? I'm going with the capacity right there. I'm gonna upgrade that. That way I can shoot more shots and survive longer. Okay, you should have decent stability. You should have decent aim, all that stuff. But that's what you do with your resources. Secondly, you have currency that they give you. You come right over here and you buy whatever you think is necessary. I can get a secondary weapon slot right here, which is very important. I can go ahead and get some ammo if I really needed it. Like the secondary slot, why not pull this out, right? Now check this little magic trick I'm going to do. Everything else I don't feel like I need. So I'm going to re-roll this and see if I get something cool. Now I got a recipe for traps, okay? On top of that, I can get this bolt action weapon, which I don't have enough currency for, but that would be a legitimately amazing upgrade, okay? So that's the example, and you want to manipulate that as much as you can, and you'll be good to go. So see, I got a second slot right here, so I can put in another weapon whenever. All right, now that's just the start. And again, I want to talk about the challenges. On top of unlocking the characters, you're going to unlock some very cool things. You get the custom runs, which is your own specific modified game. Then you have the gambits, which is what I was talking about. These are challenges within the game. One, get a headshot, melee somebody to death, stealth somebody. Simple things that are a little risky, but you do those, you'll get big rewards out of it as well. Okay, the dead drops, we talked about that. And then these are the different modes within the game that you would have to do. One of them is the capture, where you're basically trying to get into the safe for all the good resources, supplies that they have. And then there's this holdout. Holdout is just nonstop swarm of enemies infected. Then you have the daily runs for that. All right, I'm just bringing all that up very quickly, showcasing how you get these gambits, which are the challenges. You just do them and you'll end up unlocking that. Then there's the modifiers, even more and more. There's a lot of them. I'm not going to go too deep into it. The point is, you can get that naturally just by playing the game. The more you play, the more you'll unlock right away, and you'll be good to go. Okay? That's just a startup, guys. Now we're going to get into your path, okay? I want to play run and gun. You know, I got a submachine gun now. I got my handgun. I got my Molotovs. What do I want to add to my rewards? Do I want vigilance to be able to listen better, or do I want the unstoppable ability? That is the question, okay? But I also want to look further down. Is this going to get very difficult for me? Will I be able to reach the boss with this path, or should I go down here and now I have easier ones? Assault to me is the easiest. You can do a lot of assault ones. Holdout is very difficult. It's a lot of infected. But if I can finish that, I'll have an easy run to the boss. Now down here, there's more assault. There's a question mark. No clue what this is. And the reason I'm showing you the live version of this is I want you to understand you have to make a decision on what is best for your playstyle. There's rewards here, extra crafting abilities, different things that are going to be beneficial for you. And you want to be able to pick what is best. Okay. Now, before we continue, I wanted to talk about each character and give you guys a breakdown very quickly, just a simple one to help you understand why it's important to pick something that you feel comfortable and confident with. For example, the standard run, you can pick the difficulty, whatever you're feeling. Right now, I'm just going to keep it as is. So you can see Abby, she's a balanced play style. Okay. She has a Molotov and a pistol. The pistol's okay, but the Molotov's very powerful. It's a useful tool. Then on top of that, she has two different upgrade branches. Okay. So she can really have more skills than everybody starting off. Okay. And so then she also gets a 50% more uh, supplements. So, which is very cool. And then the Molotovs, you can continuously make them. Then you go down the list, you'll end up seeing these guys as they go. I'll break them down a little bit, but I prefer you to figure that out. We're going to go to Abby real quick just to give you another example. Abby's all close range. You can see she has the melee weapon to start. She has close range as her playstyle. She has heals on melee kills. She has melee upgrade recipes and brawler upgrade branch. So she's going to be able to do dominating things. You continue to upgrade her. And if that's your playstyle and that's what you want to do, go for it. Okay. Plenty of cool stuff. You can see I have some of her. I played her to start off to be different. I'm going to do my let's play with Ellie. All right. So that is the example. And then each character, for example, Lev has a bow and arrow, focuses on stealth, has the archer upgrade branch. That's a different play style than Abby. That's all range, long range, as a matter of fact. And then Yara, she's a teammate. She's always having her ally live with her, Lev. And so everything is about that, upgrading the character, making them stronger to attack and things like that. Okay. So everybody has a quality. So I suggest, and this is the main thing, when you first start, just put it on normal and play through every requirement. Right? When it tells you, hey, what do you need to do to unlock Dina? Oh, I got to do 2 Abby missions. Okay. Now let me go check Dina. What do I got to do for her? It might not tell me right now, but it's probably going to say do 2 encounters to get Jesse. Oh, you got to do 3 encounters to get Tommy with Jesse. And then if you want to unlock Joe, you got to do missions with Tommy. Okay. Simple. And that way, from there, you can start selecting which play style you want to do. That's what I'm doing right now. And as I made this video, I played through already with Abby and the other characters just to unlock them. And I have half of them unlocked, as you saw. And I pretty much finished half of it. And now I'm going to do the rest and then decide who I want to play my full run through with and enjoy the way I like to play. Maybe later I'll go back and do them all. But this is just a breakdown on some of the things that you want to do. Now, that's pretty much it. I do want to talk about this leaderboard. Very cool for players who could do the daily challenge, customize local high scores, all this cool stuff. Fun thing. This is a very cool game mode. Just an addition to on top of what the PlayStation 5 version is offering. And yeah, absolutely loving it. And talking about what it's offering, it has a making of, it has the extra mode, which speedrun recap is my favorite. Something I absolutely love. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you want something specific like a combat guide or no return, leave it in the comments. Explain what you want to see. I'll be happy to go ahead and share some stuff with you guys. I try to give y'all everything that I learned and that I'm into. All right. Hope y'all enjoy it. Stay safe, stay blessed. See you all in the next one. Go ahead and watch the next guide. It should be popping up on the screen right now.